And we're the Y'all Show, talking everything Mississippi. We're glad that you could join us here. And we're going to go down that Mississippi River now to the Mississippi Lower Delta Partnership. Meg Cooper is joining us from the Mississippi Tourism Association Board Retreat in Cleveland, Mississippi. And she's on to tell us all about Rolling Fork and all the area there of the lower Mississippi area of the Magnolia State. Meg, welcome into the Y'all Show and our summer swing of the Magnolia State. Hello.
Hey, thanks, John.
Thank you for coming on and letting us know about your special spot of Mississippi. Now, Rolling Fork, is that the capital of the Lower Delta, Delta Partnership?
I guess you could say that, yes, because Rolling Fork is the only city as such, down there in the midst of the Lower Delta.
Well, we like that Delta, and we like that Mississippi Lower Delta, and you're representing a couple of different areas. And I may have told you before we started this interview, I've been all over Mississippi. For some reason, I haven't made it to Rolling Fork, and there in that part of the area of Mississippi in the Delta above Vicksburg. What am I missing out? What's different about your part of the Delta compared to everywhere else?
Okay, well, the South Delta is very rural, lots of agricultural land and lots of wilderness type areas, hunting lands. We have a lot of public lands, a lot of private hunting clubs there. It's a great area in places. Delta National Forest, the only bottomland hardwood forest in the National Forest System, is just out from Rolling Fork in Sharkey County. And, I always think when I go out there, this is what the Delta looked like before it was cleared. It's swampy, lots of hardwood trees, just a very rural wilderness area. There also, if you were to travel for a day, I would tell you needed to take in Mount Helena, which is a beautiful home on top of an Indian mound. It was built in 1896. It has a fabulous story that goes with it that we could tell you all about and let you meet Helen Johnston Harris and her husband who built the house back in 1896. And you could hear that story. Also, Rolling Fork, we like to claim that we're the birthplace of the teddy bear. Because in 1902, President Theodore Roosevelt came hunting. He was a big sportsman, conservationist, hunter, and he had never killed a black bear. So he came to Sharkey County, Mississippi, hoping to bag a black bear. And while he didn't get his trophy on that trip, the legend of the teddy bear came out of it. Right. The famed guide, Holt Collier from Greenville, was engaged to make sure the president got a bear on that hunt. And when the dogs did finally, trap a bear and they called for the president to please come and kill this bear, well, they had tied a noose around its neck so it wouldn't get away. And he came and he said, no, that would not be sportsmanlike. So he did not kill that bear. And this led to the naming of all stuffed toy bears as teddy bears.
From right there in Rolling Fork, thanks to Teddy Roosevelt and Holt Collier. And there's a great book about Holt Collier. You can learn a whole lot more about him, a Civil War veteran, fought for the Confederacy, actually, and then about Teddy Roosevelt, how this episode happened. And again, you mentioned it. One of the things that sets the Lower Delta apart from the rest of the Mississippi Delta, you got a lot of big trees there, that hardwood tree.
We do. We do. Lots of great wilderness areas. Lots of people come from all over to go hunting in the Mississippi Delta. It was down a little bit this year because we had that horrible flood last year. But we are hoping the wildlife is coming back and will rebound.
Now, on our previous interview with Laura Beth from Visit Vicksburg, I talked to her about sticking. Do you know what sticking is?
No.
I think I've got the right vernacular. I'm not an outdoorsman myself, but somewhere in your area, people go hunting wild hogs, and they do it with knives. Have you heard of that?
I know of several hog hunters in our area, yes.
And
we have an abundance of those hogs. And so,
I know you do. And they don't use guns. They actually essentially wrestle a wild hog. I think it's absolutely crazy, but maybe it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they use dogs, kind of like Holt Collier did, only after the bears, but they use dogs to go after the hogs, and then they do go in and kill them.
Yeah, with their bare hands. Oh, gosh. Meg Cooper with the Mississippi Lower Delta Partnership on with us right now. If we want to come and stay in Rolling Fork or some of your communities in the area of Sharkey County and more, what are some of your options to stay in?
Well, we really like to sell ourselves as a day trip because we do not have a lot of accommodations. We do have some. One place that would be great, our local diner, Chuck's Dairy Bar, has been there for almost 50 years now, and it hasn't changed a great deal. You could get a great dairy bar type meal there at Chuck's, and there are rooms in the back where you can also stay. They've recently been redone. So the proprietor, Tracy Harden, does a wonderful job. And so give Tracy a call and get you a room at Chuck's. You can eat, you can sleep, and then you can visit Rolling Fork.
Man, that's the perfect combination, it sounds like right there. And how far are you away from Jackson and any other place that people might be coming from?
We are about an hour and a half from Jackson. It's an easy drive. I do it all the time. We are 40 minutes from Vicksburg, 40 minutes from Greenville, 40 minutes from Yazoo City.
What about Louise? How far are you from Louise?
From Louise, probably 20.
20. Okay. All right.
You've been to Louise?
I have not, but I've heard about it. I know the mayor there. So,
I do too.
oh gosh,
Yeah, great.
I'm sorry. The poet laureate of the Delta is what I gave him that title many, many years ago. Meg Cooper, wrapping up with you. Of course, you mentioned the agriculture, the heritage there of that. What else industry-wise goes on in the Lower Delta Partnership?
We have got very few industries in the area that are not ag-related. They are working on developing a few, but really, that's it. I do want to tell you about our festival that we have this year that we've got scheduled for this October 24th, the Great Delta Bear Fair. Of course, it's based on that fabulous hunting story with Theodore Roosevelt and Holt Collier. And it's just a good Delta festival. It's got music, it's got the fair food, it's got games for kids. It also has a conservation angle to it because of where we are and what we do and what it's based on. So the kids can go see Terry Vandeventer with his Mississippi Snake Show. They can go by the Theodore Roosevelt National Wildlife Complex booth and pet a bear and an alligator skin and all of that, in addition to your usual festival type vendors. And it's great. We are going forward with plans for this year's festival. And so we are keeping our fingers crossed, hoping for the best. And it will be October 24th.
All right. All in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. Meg Cooper has been kind enough to come on and tell us a little bit more about what's going on there in the Lower Delta Partnership and more. Meg, how do people stay in touch with you and find out what's going on there in Rolling Fork?
Okay. They can go to our website, lowerdelta.org. or follow us on Facebook, Lower Delta, Mississippi's Lower Delta Partnership.
All sounds good to me. All right. Meg, thank you for your time. Good luck there when you go hog hunting. And and we'll see you in Rolling Fork and all of Sharkey County real soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John.
All right. More of the Y'all Show will continue after this. We'll be right back.